Welcome to a new episode from Perfect English Podcast. Today we're going to talk about character and behavior. And to start off, we'll talk about some astrological forecast. And this forecast depends on which month you were born in. So we will start with January. If you were born in January, you're good company, but you may have a selfish streak. What does it mean that you are good company? And pay attention, it is not you are a good company. You are good company. When we say you are good company, that means people enjoy being with you. But again, we said that you may have a selfish streak, and that means that you sometimes act in a selfish way. Now let's move to February. If you're born in February, you have an outgoing personality and a good sense of humor. When we say that somebody has an outgoing personality, that means this person enjoys going out and being with people. This person is sociable. And if you have a good sense of humor, that means you make people laugh because you are funny. And now let's move to March. If you're born in March, you have a vivid imagination, but you tend to lose your temper too easily. Now, if you have a vivid imagination, that means you are very creative and you can see things no other person can see. And that is true about artists, writers, musicians, or any person who has a vivid imagination. Remember, what we're trying to focus on here is not only the word, but the expression. So here we say a vivid imagination. You try to learn these things and use them in your everyday language. What about the second part? Lose your temper. You tend to lose your temper too easily, and that means you get angry very easily. You can't control your anger. And now what about April? If you're born in April, you're highly intelligent with a razor-sharp mind. Highly intelligent is very obvious. The thing is that we can use highly with intelligent. Of course, we can say very intelligent, but this is a new word you might want to use with intelligent, highly intelligent. But the new expression you will want to learn here is a razor-sharp mind. If somebody has a razor-sharp mind, they're close to being a genius. And now let's move to the next month. If you're born in May, you set high standards for yourself and are fiercely loyal to your friends. If you set high standards, that means you don't accept mediocre results. You always want to do the best, and you push yourself hard to do it. And the word fiercely loyal here is used, especially we're talking about fiercely. It is more than extremely. So if you really want to talk about somebody who's that loyal to their friends, you can say they're fiercely loyal to their friends. And now let's move to June. If you're born in June, the best aspect of your personality is the way you always put others first. When we talk about people's personalities, we can talk about the best aspect of their personalities or the worst aspect of their personalities, or sometimes we can say the most prominent aspect of their personality, the thing that is obvious that everybody can see. So here, the best aspect of your personality is that you always put other people first. When you put others first, that means you are not selfish. You always think of other people, you're thoughtful. And now let's move to July. Although you can be painfully shy in social situations, at work you give the impression of being supremely confident. Now here the personality adjectives we have are shy and confident. These are obvious, but the words we use with them are the new expressions that you might want to learn. Somebody can be simply shy. We can say you can be shy. But if you want to exaggerate the meaning, you can say you can be painfully shy in social situations. That means extremely shy. And when we say you give the impression of being supremely confident, you can simply say give the impression of being confident, but we want to exaggerate here, and we can use the word supremely confident to exaggerate the word confident. And now let's move to August. You have a tendency to make snap decisions. Snap decisions are quick decisions. When we say you have a tendency to do something, it means that you do it often, and maybe when we say you have a tendency to do something, we think that you're doing it more often than you should, and you should put it under control. You have a tendency to waste time. We usually use it in this way. We say you have a tendency to break your promises, so you need to keep this under control. So what we need to take from this sentence is the expression you have a tendency to do something and what it really means. And of course, the word snap decisions, that might be new for you, and that means quick decisions. And now let's move to September. You have a strong sense of responsibility and always keep your word. If you have a strong sense of responsibility, that means you embrace responsibility, you don't run away from it. And you always keep your word, and that means you do what you say you will do. You keep your promises. And what about October? If you're born in October, you're good at keeping secrets and never bear a grudge. When somebody is good at keeping secrets, that's obvious. You can tell them secrets, and you don't have to worry they're going to tell it off to somebody else. But you don't bear a grudge. You never bear a grudge. What does that mean? To bear a grudge means to resent for a long time bad things others have done to you. You are not that person who forgives and forgets easily. You bear a grudge. But here, of course, in October, we say you're good at keeping secrets and never bear a grudge. It's quite the opposite. And now for November, you find it hard to keep your temper if you think someone is making a fool out of you. To keep your temper is to not get angry. The opposite is to lose your temper. So when you find it hard to keep your temper, that means you lose your temper very often. And when does that happen? If you think someone is making a fool out of you. When someone is making a fool out of you, this person is trying to deceive or to trick you. If you think someone is trying to deceive or trick you, is making a fool out of you, you can't control your temper. You can't keep your temper. You get angry. And now for the last month of the year, and that's December. You can be brutally honest and sometimes hurt others' feelings. When we want to say you can be honest, just honest, that is not exaggerated. That is not the extreme kind of honesty. If you want to say that somebody always tells the truth, even if it hurts others' feelings sometimes, this person can be brutally honest. And that means honest in a way that may hurt other people's feelings. Some people like it, some people don't like it. Personally, I like people who are brutally honest because I know they will always tell me the truth no matter what. For you, you might like people who are brutally honest, you might not. But this is the word and this is the meaning of brutally honest. Honest in a way that may hurt others' feelings. That'll be all for today. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.